Welcome to The Explainer. So today we've got this amazing story about a shoemaker whose entire life gets shattered by one act of sabotage. But what if that single act of destruction was actually the key to her greatest creation ever? Let's dive in and break it down. You know, this idea that something broken can actually become more beautiful because it was mended, that is the absolute heart of this whole story. It's a lesson that's about to turn a complete tragedy into an unbelievable masterpiece. Okay, so let's start by meeting our hero. She's this young woman who is just completely caught between two totally different worlds. So this is Sarish. And her life, it's a total contradiction. I mean, on one hand, she's an orphan trapped in crushing poverty, just barely scraping by. But on the other hand, she has this incredible gift, a magical talent for making shoes that's better than anyone in the entire kingdom. And this right here is what drives her. It's so important. Every single stitch isn't just a stitch. It's part of this desperate mission. We're not talking about fame or ambition here. No, this is a race against time to save the one person she loves most, her grandmother. Okay, so just when things look completely hopeless, this royal announcement comes out of nowhere, and it could change everything. It's this massive opportunity, but it comes with a seriously terrifying risk. So let me introduce you to Queen Maria. She is famous for two things, and neither of them are good: her agonizing foot pain and her absolutely legendary temper. For years, the best shoemakers have tried to help her, and they have all failed. And a lot of them, well, they paid a pretty steep price for that failure. And here it is, the classic dilemma, right? Risk versus reward. All the established, experienced artisans, they've got reputations and shops to protect, so they only see the risk. They want no part of it. But Sarish, she has nothing to lose. She only sees the prize, a future for her grandmother. I mean, think about it. For her, a dark prison cell isn't any scarier than the darkness that's already threatening to take her grandmother's sight. But of course, this glimmer of hope, it attracts a very dangerous enemy. Someone right inside the palace walls. An enemy who absolutely cannot stand to see new talent succeed. And this guy is Rakib. He's the official royal shoemaker. And let's just say he's gotten really comfortable and lazy. So when his spies tell him about this young woman from the market creating a shoe that's just breathtaking, his fear and jealousy just explode. He just knows that if she succeeds, everyone's going to see how mediocre he really is. And he decides right then and there, he has to stop her. And I want you to notice how cold and calculated this is. This isn't some fit of rage. No, this is methodical. Step 1, he spies on her. Step 2, he breaks in. And step 3, he destroys. He sees this thing of absolute beauty, this masterpiece, and his only thought is to smash it to pieces. So the next morning, she finds it. Her masterpiece, completely ruined. Her entire world just falls apart. All that work, every penny she had, all that hope for her grandmother, it's just gone, shattered in a single moment. Okay, this is it, the absolute darkest moment of the story. But you know what? It's also the big turning point. Because it's right here in the middle of all this despair that something totally new starts to happen. I mean, picture it. She's on the floor, just weeping, convinced that her grandmother's future is gone for good. There's no time to start over. She has no money for new materials. As far as she's concerned, this is it. Game over. But then, through all the tears, she remembers something. Her grandmother's words from years ago. It's just a tiny flicker of an idea, but it's enough. It cuts right through the grief. And she realizes she doesn't need to fix the shoe, she needs to transform it. And this is where the genius comes in. She doesn't try to hide the crack, she decides to highlight it. The very thing that was meant to destroy her, that ugly crack, she makes it the most beautiful, most unique part of the shoe. She doesn't fight the imperfection, she embraces it. So, with this new, incredible shoe, Saharish races to the royal court. It's time for the final judgment. And she's holding something that was born from both genius and total disaster. And watch how this plays out. It happens in these 5 key moments. First, the shoe fits perfectly, which, wow, that proves her skill right there. But it's when the queen notices that golden vine, that's when everything changes. Because the story behind that beautiful flaw, well, that's what reveals Sarish's true character. And it's what exposes the real villain. And the queen just nails it with what she says here. She gets it. True skill isn't about being perfect. It's about taking something broken and making it even better. I mean, she's seen tons of technically perfect shoes that had no soul. But this one had heart. The flaw is what gave this shoe its incredible story. And this is the payoff. It's everything she was fighting for. It's not just about the money. It's about securing her future and, most importantly, her grandmother's health. Think about it. The very thing that was meant to make her fail, it ends up becoming the signature of her genius. It's the ultimate symbol of her resilience. So that leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. What if your biggest challenges, your most painful setbacks, what if they're actually your greatest opportunities just in disguise? What if the real secret isn't to hide your flaws, but to figure out how to fill them with gold?